Hi, it's Jill from Purple Star Psychic Readings, and I'd like to do a pick a card reading for you today that should cover the next 30 days, but from whenever that you view this video basically. So if you'd like to choose one of the following cards, and you can just meditate on those cards if you want to previously to listening to what I have to say, or you can just, go with the first card that you actually just are drawn to here. So firstly, the first card number one is this green one here. Secondly, the next card, number two, is the blue card here. Thirdly, the next card is the orange card here. And together, those are the three cards. Okay, I'm going to start off first with the green one. Okay. Card number one, the green one, in just a second. Right, okay, so I'm going to firstly shuffle this deck. Card number one. Spirit, what do you have for card number one for the next 30 days? From whenever the person is viewing this video. Okay, thank you. Okay, so first of all, we have the darkest fears here. Okay. Going to pull another one, which is balance. And thirdly, love abounds. Okay, so firstly with those cards, right, okay, so this is similar to the Nine of Wands here, and it's kind of like an ending. The number 9 cards are always to do with ending, and this is ending your darkest fears here, ending your worries, those things that have been traumatizing you, and I want to say for at least the last year as well, for all of you who are choosing this first card here. So there's been fears going on, worries going on, and it's kind of been like you've been stuck in your head with, and I want to say not just one thing, it's one thing after another is what Spirit's saying to me here. So you've been worrying about what's been going on and what's, how you can get out of a stuck situation here, and this could be to do with relationships, or it could be to do with your life in general, such as work, career, and relationships in the sense of family, not just love relationships here. So it could be any of those things. I'm feeling that, right, they're sort of drawing my attention to this man's furry coat for some reason. So it's kind of like coat warming up, keeping warm, keeping away from the coldness of others is what I want to say here. So it may be that you felt out in the cold here, a little bit like some of you may have felt like other people have not been taking enough time with you, have not been sort of connecting to you in the right way, and you felt a little bit at arm's length from those people, like they have been cold towards you is what I want to say. So it may be to do with relationships where you felt, of some of you, where you felt that there's a coldness there is what I want to say, and that you've been worrying about being out in the cold, some of you, to do with monetary situations where you've had a lack of money, lack of stability here. It could be not just to do with money, but to do with actually lack of stability in your whole life here as well. Right, so there's worries that have been going on very much, but the 9s, the endings, I feel is the endings towards those worries here. So there's better times ahead is what I'm feeling with that. With the balance card here, this is kind of like your yin and your yang, your male and your female counterparts within yourself coming together to create a balance here. So where things have been out of balance and you've been worrying about everything, This is kind of like, you know, slowly but surely, like in the Temperance card here, slowly but surely things are going to look up and look better. And I feel this is to do with the next 30 days. So things should start to look up in the next 30 days in some shape or form, to do with you balancing your life here, balancing out your emotions with your thoughts here, and your heart and what you're wanting. If you're trying to manifest something, it's kind of like getting that coherence between your heart and your head to actually manifest your wishes here. Your brain and your heart coherence here is how they're showing it to me. Definitely it could be to do with love here, and it could be to do with balancing a relationship and getting balance back in a relationship after turmoil, is what I want to say, and worries, and a feeling that the other person perhaps has been cold, is what I want to say, or there's a coldness between the two of you, or just a lack of that feeling of warmth in the loving area of your life here. I feel that the balance is coming there, is what I want to say. And very much it could be a romantic situation, because we've got the Lover Bounds card here, which is like a new beginning. The number one is the new beginning and manifesting what you want here. So in terms of love, very much in terms of love with somebody else, but also I want to say, I can see like it's like the third eye here, and it's kind of like having that love of yourself here. So if you felt that you've been blaming yourself for things that have been going wrong, I want to say stop blaming yourself excuse me, and look at you know, loving yourself more in terms of you know, you're only human. You know, we do things that ourselves, we think, why did I do that? Why did I do that way? You know, and you're kind of blaming yourself for all sorts of things that are going on. For some of you, I feel, stop blaming yourself. You know, you are manifesting, you are coming into that, I want to say, into the divine light here. I feel that, you know, I want to say that your angels, your guidance, your higher self is around you, is kind of gunning for you, is trying to manifest things for you, help you to manifest, help you to see things in the right light. So rid yourself of those fears now, because you know you've got that love around you coming, and this is either somebody that's coming in for you, somebody that's warming up towards you, somebody that is making you feel more warm and fuzzy inside, and you know, like it's a fresh start, a fresh new start for you, you know. And it could have taken a long time here. The 14 on this card, for some reason, I want to say the last 14 months has been quite difficult for some of you as well. That may hopefully resonate, you know, where the balance in a relationship has not been there. If it isn't to do with a love relationship, it could be to do with also a family relationship, you know, somebody in your family that you've either felt you've not been on good terms with, and that, you know, you may have had a falling out even, but I want to say that this is going to be back on track, and it should start within the next 30 days is what I want to say. Okay, so I'm going to just have a look at a couple of the John Holland tarot deck here, Psychic Tarot deck. A couple of cards out of here. Here's the card number 1. Right, okay, so we've got obstacles and challenges, and I feel that's the past, so I feel I want to say that's where you have been, but also that these obstacles and challenges have not been there to make you fall. These obstacles and challenges have been here to sort of make you overcome, just make you stronger, get more balance within you, and within your relationship. So if it's to do with the relationship, the challenges that have been there, I feel, you know, and you've been waiting, it's the waiting game, so it's actually you're putting things in motion already. I think you're trying to kind of, you know, over time, it's been like you've been trying hard. And I want to say for some reason some of you may have been trying too hard. That's what I want to say. To kind of push somebody else or make somebody else what you want them to be, is what I want to say for some reason. So I feel that, you know, in a relationship it may be that you know, want this person to come around you more, to be more loving, to sort of gel with you more, and it's like you've been trying too hard to get that to happen, rather than standing back and letting that person do it of their own accord, which, you know, perhaps you felt that if you do that then the person will go further and further away. But what I want to say is that you've been trying to sort of pull somebody in here, let go of this, because it's kind of like let go of them and let them just come in naturally, because I feel when they're not feeling pressured into anything, they will come more towards you, is what I want to say. That might be just for one person for some reason, is what I want to say there. But I do feel that the waiting game that you've been doing here, I want to say no more waiting. The waiting's up, because again we've got a number one card here, and it's kind of like the Ace of Pentacles. It's prosperity, and this could be prosperity in money, but it could also be prosperity in getting the connection in a relationship, opening up more and starting afresh. It's very much a fresh new relationship, or a fresh new start in a relationship, is what I want to say. Here it's to do with a relationship, but also if it's not to do with relationships, it's your prosperity here. It could be a new job, the new start to a new business. It's kind of, they're showing me like the fruit in the background. It's like fruition. Things are very much coming to fruition with, and I want to say with a long held dream here, or a long held wish in some way. So it's coming to fruition is what they're showing me or telling me here. And very much at the bottom of the deck here that I've been looking at is the fulfillment and wishes. That is you getting what you want here. So, you know, things, you know, whether it's to do with the love, or whether it's to do with your career, or you know, manifesting something that you've wanted here in terms of other people especially. You are getting what you want here, is what I want to say. And the start of it is over this next 30 days from whenever you're watching this. You know, it doesn't have to be, as you can see here, it's Christmas or coming up to Christmas now. It doesn't have to be this timing, it can be any timing here, but I do feel that, you know, you very much you're getting what you want here. And I'm just going to finish off card number one, the green card, with a angel card for you. So let's see what the angels are saying here, what the angels are saying to do. Okay. Ooh, inspiration here. Okay, so if it's to do with work here and career, there's something inspiring you to do something different, is what I want to say here. To do something in a different way. There's inspiration coming, and the inspiration will actually come when you're out in nature, or when you're least expecting it, when you're somewhere not even thinking about the situation that you're trying to create, or, you know, get your wishes on, or it's kind of like it's out of the blue, is what I'm feeling here. But very much with this lady on this card looking very, very happy, it's kind of like there's some sort of, like you may be inspired by something which will connect you to your heart here, and you'll be feeling really happy about something, an idea is what I want to say, perhaps an idea. And if this is maybe even an idea to do with a relationship, how to move forward when there's been some challenges in a relationship. But also it may be that you're out with this person that you're in a relationship with in the outside world, and you're feeling that you're coming together again, or that you're inspired by this person, or that you're loving the way that you two are together out in nature. I can see sort of people feeling happy when they're out together with somebody. This may be a particular day or just in general here. But there's very much, inspiration coming in your life to do something in a different way perhaps, and it will help you to manifest your wishes, is what I want to say. So if you're watching this at Christmas, I wish you a very happy Christmas and a happy new year. If you're watching this any other time, I just wish you a wonderful 30 days. Okay, so that's card number 1, the green card. Thank you for your time. Hope it resonated in some way, shape or form for you. Hello, card number 2, the blue card. Okay, so I will show you this card first. It's financial and material changes. Okay, so it's kind of like things are changing, especially if you've had instability and insecurity and monetary problems, is what I want to say. But also this is kind of card number 2. This is when you've had a time with difficulties. It could be to do with family, is what I want to say. They're pushing me towards the family. It could be family difficulties, where you've either fallen out with certain members of your family, or where you've had some sort of just difficulties between other members in the family, and you've kind of felt in the middle of it, for some of you, is what I want to say, for some reason. And I also feel that there's like changes in you coming in out of the cold, so you're kind of feeling, I want to say, for some of you, and especially if you're watching this at the same time as I'm putting this out, around just before Christmas, or around, I feel that the Christmas period is going to be good for you in terms of coming together with family here more, and seeing things from other people's perspectives here, or they're seeing things from your perspective more, is what I want to say. It's kind of like people are coming together and understanding other people's points of view in the family, is what I want to say. It could be any time of the year, it doesn't have to be Christmas, because you can be watching this at any point in time, and it's the next 30 days when things are going to start to there's going to be a relief, is what I want to say here. Oh, like, you can breathe a sigh of relief, because things are going to start to feel a bit more like you have those people back around you that have been sort of spaced out. Or, it could be just the fact that, we've had the pandemic, and that, you've not been able to be close to the people, or that you've not been physically close to them enough, and just talking over the phone or over the internet or whatever has not been enough, and this is kind of like you felt out in the cold or alone, and it feels like you're coming back into the family fold, is what I want to say here. But very much, if there has been some sort of fallout, I feel that that we're all getting to understand each other a lot more, and to be able to sort those problems and difficulties out, is what I want to say. I'm going to pull another couple of cards here to go along with that. Card number 2, the blue card. Okay, so what have we got, Spirit, for card number 2 for the next 30 days? Okay, wisdom. Yeah, right, that's like the Hierophant. This is kind of you. I feel in some cases you are being the one that, if it's to do with family, that you're the one in the family that people come to or expect to have answers, is what I want to say. Also, you could be finding out answers in a situation to do with family, in some ways, what I want to say. But also, I'm drawn to the number 5 on this, and it's kind of like you. With the number 5, it's kind of somebody who likes freedom to do things that they want to do here. And I feel that you're going to have that freedom to be able to, and in some cases I want to say travel, and in some cases I want to say maybe even travel to somebody that you've not seen in a long time, is what I want to say for some of you. And also travelling to just open up your perspective in life is what I want to say. So it may be that you're doing this. And also what I've just noticed is this, both cards are number 5 here. So there's very much this sense of doing things the way that you want to do things in life as well. And I feel that this wisdom card is, it's kind of like, with some of you it's brought you to a certain place in your life where, you know, not being reliant on other people, or not being reliant on other people's viewpoints here. It's kind of like, I will do things my way, and I will travel, and I will learn. This is a lot about learning as well. So you're coming into wisdom here from whatever you've learnt in your difficulties here, but you're also probably even teaching other people what you've learnt. It's, for some of you it could be putting out there into the world here about what you've learnt in life here, you know. It's, or you may be showing or teaching other people, is what I want to say, from your wisdom and from your learnings. It could be, actually, it doesn't have to be spiritual wisdom. It could be kind of to do with your working life here as well. So you could be becoming a teacher. You could be a teacher, actually. You could be teaching other people something that's you know, like a particular job or a particular way of doing things. But I feel that this does relate to you having learnt and then kind of showing other people, or just helping other people from that wisdom that you've learnt. And I feel that this, if you felt alone or lacking in other people to be warm and loving towards you, I feel you coming in and sort of, you know, with you showing other people or being there for other people, it's kind of like you're feeling that warmth around you, feeling that sense of other people are on your wavelength more than you actually thought, and that could be to do with the family situation as well. I just feel kind of like from time alone, it's kind of like time coming in out of the cold, and sharing your wisdom with other people from that, you know, that time is what I want to say, where you felt out of it or alone. Show me rest and rejuvenate. I feel that you've been doing that. I feel that you've been kind of looking at, you know, your inner self here, and you know, this is why you can be more, why you can teach others more, is what I want to say here. So I feel that there's something to do with, you know, your spiritual wisdom here and your spiritual power. This is somebody here that's in one case that somebody is really opening up to their inner power on how to move forward and how to be that motivational. I want to say somebody's a motivational speaker, is what I want to say here, you know, with this wisdom card and the power card here. This is you. It's like a soft power. It's like yeah, it's like although there's the lion on this card, it's somebody that's got this strength, the inner strength, but has also got the softness of the human being here, all in one. So it's somebody who's very powerful, and perhaps you don't even know that yet, you know, that you can actually be either a motivational speaker or somebody who helps others very much, is what I want to say, for either one person or a few of you here. But also I feel the family side of it, where people are coming in and around you. and asking you for help as well is what I want to say, is because it feels like you've had a lot of conflict in your past here, or there's been a lot of conflict around you, and you feel like, or you felt like there's no way through it or past it, or that if it's to do with other people, other family members here that have been falling out, it feels like you've been unable to, you know, to find the answers to the problems here, you know, and it's kind of, it may not have even been your problem or your falling out here, but you may have felt in the middle of it here, and I feel that somebody's going to be asking you to either communicate for both sides, or they're going to be asking you what to do in the situation. It's been like you've not known what to do in the situation, but I feel that your inner power and your inner sort of knowledge that you've learnt over time is going to be very valuable to these people, to these family members. It may not be family, it may be friends, it may be to do with a romantic situation as well, is what I feel here. But also, I've just dropped two cards. I've got the World card here, I've got the Universe card here. So everything's coming to a nice close and a new start is what I want to say here. You know, it's like you're realising that all the problems, all of a sudden over this next 30 days, you're realising that all the problems that you've gone through and the lack of help from other people, it's kind of like you're the one who's helping others, and it's like you are being successful in your endeavours coming up. So I feel that whatever it is, it's like you're coming through a cycle here, closing off a cycle, starting a new cycle where you're not going to be sort of not being able to, you know, make things manifest here. It's like this new cycle, things are going to manifest for you ever so easily is what I want to say. So this next 30 days is you changing your it's just the world around you is changing over this next 30 days. Your, you know, your spiritual, it's like you know, there's some sort of light. This is like something's coming to your knowledge here, that you are closing down a cycle here, and that you know you're going to do things very differently is what I want to say. You know, you're going to start a new, it feels like a completely new sort of life is what I want to say for some of you for some reason. I don't know whether this will make any sense to a lot of you, but hopefully to at least some of you, because also we've got the Truth card here, and you know, this is like you coming into your inner spiritual truth. This is very much an enlightening reading. It's a very enlightened reading for some of you here. We've got the Major Arcana cards actually in the Tarot deck here, with the World, with what would be the Judgment card, what would be the Hierophant card, and what would be the Strength card here, you know, the inner strength. So we've got here all those cards are very enlightening here. So we've got an enlightened person here, or a few of you are very much on your spiritual path here, but also you've got other people that are trying to ask you for your input on situations here is what I want to say. Let me just it's looking very beautiful actually for some of you, and it's like you're just coming into the knowledge that you've got all this power, all this not power as in, you know, you can make people do things what you want them to, but in a spiritual power, you know, that you've grown so much over this last 14 months is what I want to say. Okay, these communication, yes, some of you are going to be really communicating your message well here, and this could be to the world, you know, or on that world stage even, is what I want to say. This could be to the members of your family. You'll be communicating and people will be actually listening to you. They're kind of showing me these people around you are actually focused on you because you kind of have the answers, is what I want to say here. The communication that you're going to be doing is, you know, kind of perhaps if you're a light worker, I want to say, you know, you are very much communicating your truths here. You are very much communicating your truth, is what I want to say. And, you know, within relationships, it's like, you know, people are understanding what you're saying. And I feel that hasn't always been the case. It feels like, you know, other people have not understood you. And also I feel that, you know, you could be, I want to say here, the 5 and the 5 on these two cards, 5 and 5 makes 10, which is 1 plus 0 is 1. It's a new start. It's very much a new start for you here. And the thing is with this new start is it's what you've wanted. It's kind of what you've been working towards a long time in some way. Maybe not really knowing what it is that you've been working towards. It's like you're enlightened as to what path you're next going to take, maybe spiritually, and maybe just in, you know, your work even, is what I want to say, you know, especially for those that are going to be teaching or going into teaching. So I do feel that this is a very strong sense of a spiritual path for a few of you here, and those that are opening up to what actual path they want to take in life, and it may be to do with your work. That also is happening in the next 30 days. So yeah, I wish you a lot of happy Christmas if it's that time of year, but also a very wonderful next 30 days. That's card number 2. Okay. I wish you well. Thank you.